Welcome to Seat of the Pants Cooking with Chef Bill. Tonight we're doing Lucia's Italian rice pie recipe, and she's going to tell us what it's called in Italian, and she and Bill are going to take it from there.
Okay, it's called a pastiere, and it's crustless, and it's kind of actually like a baked rice pudding.
Oh.
So take it away, Bill.
Let me explain that Lucia was a lady that I worked with where I used to cook for OLC, which is Our Lady of Calvary in Farmington. We've both been out of work for over a year now. So one of the things is the kitchen duties that come along with everything that we do. It's all, it's all fun and games behind the scenes, but it was always awesome when Lucia would come in, and I had numerous volunteers that would come in to help us out all the time. You all know Kenny. Kenny's the executive chef from Ohio. He's basically kind of like my mentor. If I have any questions or if I do something wrong, he does not hesitate to tell me that. Darn it. But anyways, Lucia came over today and we ran through everything that we're going to be doing tonight. We've kind of slimmed it down a little bit because the rice, we had to cook the rice beforehand because it takes a while for it to cook up. We're using a spring pan for putting the batter and everything into, instead of a 10-inch high plate. This works out actually it works really well. I was surprised how it worked. But anyway, shall we go?
Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Lucia, be nice to me.
Oh, I
All
have
right.
to? Okay.
Let's see. What are we going to do first, Lucia? We're going to take the sugar. Now, this is 1 cup of sugar. And we have 6 eggs.
And the recipe specifies large.
Yeah. I was showing Lucia today the eggs that I get from the market around me are jumbos. And sometimes you get the surprise when you're cracking an egg and it's like, oh,
Double yolk.
we have 2 yolks. Okay. Is there a question or something I didn't hear?
Hey, Bill or Lucia,
Yes.
you don't have to whip up the eggs before you put them in?
Nope.
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 I was hoping I could catch Bill in a screw up, sorry.
Well, I
Kenny, are you
just
Christian?
showed him this afternoon, Ken, so hopefully
Okay.
he'll remember.
Okay. Now we use 1.5 gallons of vanilla extract. This is my vanilla extract. Lucia came with a dairy can. Oh, I'm dating myself. A 5-gallon gas can
I did not.
full of
3
vanilla
gallon,
extract.
3-gallon gas can.
Where'd he get
But
it?
I called for 1 tablespoon.
No, I said to him,
Um,
you must not bake a lot because you use those little bitty vanilla. I buy
I'm a
mine at
cook,
BJ's.
Now, the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon.
Correct.
I like vanilla. I'm just gonna give it a hair scotch more.
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
You're changing my recipe already? It's been handed down from my great grandmother and you're gonna change it.
Wait till he puts
Rolling
5
over
cloves
right
of garlic in there.
All right, what's next, Lucia?
She's not gonna want to tell you.
What's next, Lucia?
What do you mean, what's next? You've got the recipe in front of you.
right.
You have to really mix this. I mean,
Yeah, we
it's
gotta
not,
break our
it's not
gears.
going to be degranulated, but everything has to be very smooth. So, you know, make sure there's not any egg whites that haven't been incorporated into this, or else it'll be funny. And that's a
Those guys are
cooking
pretty
term.
good.
Funny is a cooking term. Well,
Those are pretty good.
yep,
So
okay.
now I was told definitely that it was 1.5 pounds of ricotta. Now I don't say it properly. How does the Italian say ricotta?
Ricotta.
Okay.
Ricotta. Mm,
See?
See?
Yeah.
See?
It's with the
All I know
fingers
is
though, isn't
mine.
it? Ricotta.
It's the ricotta.
It's a ricotta.
So, you saw that it was 1.5 pounds, right, Luke?
Yes, it was definitely exactly 1.5 pounds.
There you go. So we're going to introduce. Sounds like a bank alarm.
And I honestly don't know how much that is in cups, so you better have a scale.
In cups? Use your calculator.
Use a
All
calculator.
right. So we're going to add the ricotta. This is milk.
And it's whole milk. Don't cut corners and get
Nope. This isn't the non-fat.
It's gotta be whole milk.
It's good whole milk.
If you're gonna make it correctly.
We're gonna fold in the ricotta.
And what else?
Hang on. I'm just gonna whoop this up first before I put the heavy cream in.
Okay,
I'm just gonna,
We're back to the ricotta.
okay. Oh
One
my
big,
God.
one big thing I forgot to do.
Welcome, Laura.
This is all powered by Armstrong.
May I ask, the pan that you're preparing, is that buttered or did you use something else?
This here?
It's
Yeah.
buttered.
This is butter.
Okay, buttered.
And
Okay.
as I was instructed to do this morning, because we're using a spring pan, you might want to use a little bit of Pam in the corners here
Okay,
to keep any of the mixture from flowing out of the pan. So that's kind of like a sealant.
okay.
It's all
Thank you.
butter, all butter and Pam.
Thank you.
All right, now we're gonna add our heavy cream.
1 cup.
One
Thank
cup.
you.
1 cup.
And we kind of incorporate that in there.
Next time you see Bill, his left arm is going to be in a sling by the time this is over.
I thought that's how he got his strength.
Right?
Wouldn't be the first time, could he?
I never realized you were a southpaw.
Becky and I both are.
Ah.
All right, so this is the rice. I tried to kind of time it today. It's 3/4 cup of rice, and it's a 2-to-1 ratio. 2 cups of water. Yeah, right. 1.5 cups of water
Thank
to
you.
3/4 of a
Thank
cup
you.
of rice. Now, to avoid it from clumping all together, after the rice was cooked, I ran it under cold water so it wasn't so starchy and stuck together. So now we
And
can
that-
break it up.
That's regular rice. It's raw rice. It's
Yeah,
not,
this is
it's
raw
not
white
success.
rice.
It's not minute rice. It's, you know,
Real rice.
real rice. Exactly.
Yeah, it's real
Not fake
stuff.
rice, real rice.
Yeah. We don't play around with that fake stuff.
Is that long grain or short grain rice?
Long grain.
Long grain. Thank you. I couldn't hear the question. But you want to mix this in so it incorporates really well inside the
The question
Bowl
I
here.
have,
Yeah,
she's afraid, she's afraid she wouldn't be able to get it too smooth with a whisk. Is it okay to use a mixer?
It is, but you don't want to aerate it like you
Yeah,
would,
you don't want to put too much air in there.
you don't
Yeah.
want to put a lot of air in it.
It's
Oh.
really, really not that hard
Yeah, it's not a
incorporating the
thick,
two together.
yeah, it's not a thick batter. It's very, very.
It's there right now. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just separating the rice from what's going on inside the, I mean, you got heavy cream. You know, it's just like, yeah, it's eggs, everything's like incorporated
After
here.
it's baked, do you slice it or do you spoon it into a dish?
Slice.
Slice it.
After,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be
It
going
comes-
into the oven. You
it
wanna
comes
set,
out-
you wanna
comes
start
out
your
very
oven at
hot, yeah.
350. So you preheat your oven to 350. And then once all this is all mixed together, you're gonna pour it into the spring pan. And then you're gonna put it into the oven. I think today we did it for about an hour. And
Yeah,
it came out. We'll show you because this is called a one and done. But actually this is a do one, show one. So we've got one in the background that's already been completed. But you want to break up the rice so it doesn't all sit in one spot.
When you cook the rice previously, do you cook it all the way through or do you
Yes.
do it?
yes.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
don't
thank
want, you don't want any hard part in the middle.
What we were doing today was when we were boiling the rice, you would take a teaspoon or something and you would, sample the rice. And it's got to be what we said. It was like, it's soft, kind of like a little bit of al dente.
Yeah, like al dente.
Because it's good. It's in a mixture right now. It's going to be going in the oven at 350 degrees. It's going to be sitting in there for an hour or maybe even a little bit more. So it's going to be cooking as it's inside the pan also.
Ending, yeah.
All
Okay.
right, so that being said, we're going to take this mixture and we're going to pour it right in here.
Hey, Billy,
Yo,
can I put raisins in it?
sure. What are you making?
Hey,
You
Lucia,
making,
can I put raisins in it?
You making
Well,
rice pudding?
it's not, you know,
It's
it's
not part
not
of the
the,
recipe,
it's
but-
not the original recipe, but if you want to go for raisins in it, go right ahead.
My mom always put raisins in her rice pudding.
Well,
Where
yeah,
did
but
you-
this isn't really a rice,
This
I mean,
isn't really rice
a
pudding.
rice pudding. It's more a cake.
Ah,
But if you
Well-
want to put raisins in it, go for it. Who am I?
One thing though, my thought
Where
was
does your
saying
family
that-
come from that they put raisins in it?
my mom was German.
German.
I'm
Oh,
sorry?
but my mom put raisins in rice pudding, but she never
Yeah.
put it
Yeah.
in the pastiere.
Right.
Now,
Rice, cinnamon, nutmeg, and sugar.
you make pizza gang? Is that what, it's the same type of thing, except you don't put sugar in that and you put ham and whatever else in there?
Oh, pizza again, that's totally different from what we're making tonight.
Okay, we won't mess with your recipe. Keep going.
Again,
Right.
thank you
The
for
only
sending
thought I
out the
had also,
recipes.
Kenny, I don't know, you can yay or nay. If you're gonna be adding raisins to this, you're gonna increase the amount of sugar that goes into the
Yeah.
mix.
Right.
You might want to cut off maybe
Drastically.
instead of a cup, maybe I don't know, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, because you're adding sugar with the raisins. So, and
I-
your cooking
and I-
time might be a little different also.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
make
don't
a
know how
baked-
it'll set up either.
Yeah,
I
I
don't,
make a
I don't
baked
know how
rice
it'll bake.
Pudding that my grandmother used to make, and it's Russian style. That does have raisins in it. But I don't know that I would do that in this.
I would,
Okay.
I wouldn't, but
No, I mean, this is this is not a raisin. This
This
is
is
a
a-
rice pie.
it's a rice
Rice
pie.
pie. Okay.
It's a
Yeah,
rice
it's a
pie.
pie.
And we
You'll
only
see,
make it at Easter
um,
usually.
Oh,
Now, you'll see, I have a finished product off on the sidelines. And as soon as I'm ready to pop this in, I've got about maybe another 5 minutes before I can put it in the oven.
Did you finish it?
No, I have not.
See, good thing I'm watching you.
All I know is that the pecking I felt on my lips.
Big sister is watching.
Yeah, huh? Gee, Lucia, what's this?
No, you know why? Because I've done that. I've forgotten to finish it off.
I would never do anything. I would never do that.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
right.
So this is plain breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs.
Plain, not
Plain.
Not Italian.
Not
not
Italian.
Italian, no,
Not a-
plain.
That's what I told Lucia. I said, are you kidding me?
Mm.
Rose is going to be rolling over her in her grave because I didn't use Italian breadcrumbs.
Not on
Those
the,
aren't panko, are they? They're just
no,
regular.
just
No, these
regular
are
bread.
just-
Yeah,
That's
just
it.
regular. And it's very, very fine layer. You don't want a lot.
Okay.
I just have one spot that's a little. What goes after that? Oh, gee, I don't know, Bill. What? Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. I just got a scoop full of cinnamon powder. And, you know, just lightly.
Yeah. And I love cinnamon, but I'm very light on it with this.
Mhm.
Yeah, me too.
Can overpower anything. right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I already did that. I just sat there and I looked at the vanilla going, did I put that in there?
That's what he's using. Progresso breadcrumbs, plain.
Plain breadcrumb.
Plain.
Plain Jane.
I didn't see, did you sprinkle the breadcrumbs on top or did you mix it in?
Just sprinkle it on top.
It's just sprinkled on top.
Thank you again.
Very, very, very
Very,
thin
very
layer.
lightly,
Very light.
like a dusting.
Yeah, exactly. My father was from Naples and my mother was from Abruzzi. This pie was made by my grandmother on my mother's side.
Where is Abruzzi?
Abruzzi is northern.
I love northern cooking.
We're talking Italy here, not.
Yeah, I know, I know.
All righty,
See New York.
so there it goes. We're going in, we're setting the timer for 1 hour. You won't be around to see it, but I will.
I'm coming back.
I thought I heard the car starting up.
I'll be getting off the exit. It's not too far from their house.
Oh.
So this is what the finished product looks like.
Ooh,
Very nice.
Pretty.
Very nice.
And you can serve it with whipped cream, you can serve it plain, but you really should serve it at room temperature because the creaminess comes back. I mean, you can eat it cold, but, and sometimes I don't wait and I do. But it really should be served at room temperature.
That's why it came out of the refrigerator an hour and a half ago.
hey, Bill, could you hold it up again? Could you hold it up again? It cut away. That is beautiful.
It really is.
God, nice. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks.
Are you gonna slice it? Can we see it? Come on.
Lynn just put something in chat. She said her grandparents were from Sicily, but her grandmother left no recipes. She didn't read very well and could only sign her name. So I'm always glad to find authentic recipes. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Lucia,
Mm,
perfect.
good. Now, the trick when you're baking this is Bill set it for an hour, and
I'm gonna take it off of here.
my mother's recipe said an hour.
Okay.
But my stove, my oven, I sometimes need to do an hour and 15 minutes, and I make the recipe the same way all the time.
Each
So you-
oven's different, yeah.
Yeah, so what you need to make sure of
Sure.
when you go to take it out, that middle part because it bakes from the outside in. That middle part doesn't jiggle. That it's set before you take it out of the oven. But then what I would do after that first hour is check it every 5 minutes, because the longer you keep it in, the drier the ends will be, the outside.
Well, you cook it like a cheesecake, really.
Correct.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And do you cook it at the 350 that he preheated the oven at?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Because I make a Gotha pie that my mom did. She didn't give us the recipe. We watched her make it one time and we measured everything she put in. Okay. But we noticed, because my daughter cooked it at 300 instead of 350, and we noticed it came out creamier at 300 than at
okay.
350.
All right.
So
Yeah.
so we kind of changed that a little bit, but I'll try this first. But this is great. Thank you.
Very nice.
There
Can
she
you hold
be.
that up? Can you hold that up again? And cut
Beautiful.
through it?
Compliments to the cooks.
Really?
Excellent.
Thank you for joining us for Seat of the Pants Cooking with Chef Bill, a Silas Bronson Library program. For more information about Silas Bronson Library's programs, call or visit bronsonlibrary.org. Our adult reference phone number is 203-574-8225. Thanks for watching.